Before the video starts, I just want to give a huge shout out to my guy Mojo99. He made this video possible and he posts the latest NBA content. If you're a fan of my channel, you'll definitely be a fan of his channel. So everybody, make sure to go subscribe to Mojo99 down in the description down below. Like I said, really sick YouTuber. So once again, huge shout out to Mojo99. Let's get right into this video.
What's up with y'all, man? I hope you're doing good. If you're new and you're a fan of the NBA, subscribe to Reliable Rants NBA channel. So let's get straight into it.
First on my list, I got none other than Kyrie Irving. We're not saying these players are going to completely fall off, like they averaged 25 and now this year they're going to average 10. We're just saying they're going to take a minor downgrade from last year. Now, the main reason I got Kyrie Irving on my list is number one, because Gordon Hayward is back. As we know, Gordon Hayward took a major injury in the first game of the 2017-18 NBA season that made him out for the rest of the season. Now a superstar and Gordon Hayward is back on your team, a very ball-dominant player, and is a 20-point scorer. He's going to need touches throughout the game. Kyrie Irving was the main leader of that team because Gordon Hayward was injured, so he got more touches. My next reason is Kyrie is actually coming off a really major surgery. If you don't remember, Kyrie was out in the playoffs, and that led to the Boston Celtics not making it past LeBron in the Eastern Conference Finals. Kyrie had a surgery on his knee, and as we know, any injury that has to do with your knee is very serious. That's going to leave a little bit of a dent in his game. Also, Jason Tatum has proved himself as a very promising wing from last year. He will be winning his fair share of touches, and I bet you he'll be getting some more touches next year. Next on my list, I got DeMarcus Cousins. I feel like these reasons are pretty obvious, but I'm just going to state them. Number one, he's coming off an injury, a torn Achilles, one of the worst injuries in basketball. That's going to leave him out for almost half of this season, probably a little bit less than half. As we know, he signed with the Golden State Warriors, he signed with the Golden State Warriors so he could recover. But he's recovering, but when he comes back, he's going to be playing with 4 other superstars. So he's not going to get the amount of touches he got in Sacramento and New Orleans because he's going to have Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Kevin Durant right next to him. So that's definitely going to bring his numbers down a little bit. This is the big player on my list. Next, I have none other than LeBron James.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
You what?
And I know you guys are probably going a little crazy over there at your desk watching this video. But let me just get into these reasons. This year is going to be, I don't want to say a relaxed year for LeBron, but it's going to be a relaxed year for LeBron. He isn't fully trying to compete for a championship this year, and he won't have to carry a load that he carried last year. As we know, in Cleveland, that last year that was not really good for the second half of the season. He had to play 43, 44 minutes a game, carry the whole team. He's not going to have to do that this year. Number one, because they have the Lakers. This is non-biased. They have way more help than the Cleveland supporting cast. We have B.I., Kuz, just signed Lance Stevenson, very good player, Josh Hart, KCP. Way more help to LeBron than Cleveland had. Also, he isn't trying to compete for a championship this year, so he's not going to have to do what he did in Cleveland last year. Also, for my reason number 2, the Lakers just simply stated that his minutes will go down to 33 or 34 game, which is like a 6-minute difference than last year in Cleveland, which could result in the stat line going down a little bit. Will the Lakers stick to that? I think so. Probably around that many minutes a game. But if they're in a sticky situation in the last couple minutes, 106 to 106, 2 minutes left, you might have to unleash the king for a little bit longer.
Money longer, shut up bro, Uzi. Keep my eyes in the sky, cause that's where I'm moving. Say they wanna read my mind.
Before I start, I just want to say that none of this is shade to any of these players. Just because I put them on this list doesn't mean that they're gonna fall off and become cheeks all of a sudden. That's what we're not gonna do. What we are going to do though is talk about the guys on this list who are more than likely not gonna put up great numbers as they did last year. Now, onto the list. First up, we got LaMarcus Aldridge. As y'all know, LaMarcus had a stellar bounce back year last year because the Spurs were in a really awkward situation with Kawhi Leonard, of course. So due to Kawhi being out basically the whole year, that forced LaMarcus to become the first option on offense. And he showed up and showed out. He put up 23 and 8 and he became an all-star once again. The question is though, can he keep that up? Personally, I doubt it. Let me tell you why. First off, I just want to say that with LeBron in the West now, there might not be enough room on the all-star team for him to be a part of the roster. There's Nikola Jokic, who could pass him up this year, Anthony Davis, who will make the all-star team and already has surpassed him, and Karl-Anthony Towns, who will most likely surpass him officially this year. All of those guys are more than likely going to put up monster numbers this up and coming season. Now, of course, numbers aren't the only thing that determines a player to be an all-star or not. Winning matters too. So maybe he does get in if the Spurs become a top 4 seed in the West. But bruh, Joel Embiid, Karl-Anthony Towns, Anthony Davis, and Nikola Jokic could easily surpass them and become all-stars if they can lead their team to have a solid record before all-star break, while putting up monster numbers, of course. The other reason why LaMarcus might fall off just a bit this up and coming season is because he might have to surrender the keys to the offense to DeMar DeRozan. In my opinion, they're pretty damn close when it comes to who's the better player. Several arguments could be made for LaMarcus and several more arguments could be made for DeMar DeRozan. I might lean towards the DeMar DeRozan though, just because he's younger and he has a lot of fuel to burn this up and coming season for how dirty the Raptors did him. Next up on my list is Kyle Lowry. If you guys watched Kyle Lowry last year, you could tell he kind of regressed. Now that could be due to the system that included way more ball movement than usual, but I don't think that's a real reason why that should affect his efficiency. He shot 39% from 3 last year, which is really good, superb, one of the best in the league, but when you look at the other side of things, his field goal percentage, he shot just 41% from the field, and he averaged around 16 points per game too. That is definitely not going to be enough to become an all-star next year. And also, the Raptors have an up-and-coming great young point guard coming up, Fred VanVleet, and he might take more of the spotlight away from him this year. But this is the end of the video, man. Subscribe to Reliable Rant's channel, support him, give him a like and all that. He's been helping me, supporting my channel for a while now, and I really appreciate that. I appreciate you, man. But yeah, man, this is the end of the video. I'll get right with you.